Okay, the main way to beat the system, the beast system, is if we all drop the false names, the straw men, the straw man, these fake names that we identify with, and we embrace, or rather allow, our true voice to come through and express our true name for our beast. The name of the beast. So, if we were to do this, like for example, it's like if you were to get served, someone's gonna ask you like, hey, is your name Billy Joe? And then as soon as you confirm it, you've been served. So say if there was a Malcolm X of today, and his name was Dan X, to himself, and he was arrested, and they arrested him and they said, yo, your name is Dan Smith, that's your government name. And he was like, no, that's not my name. And he didn't identify with it at all. And everybody else that could vouch for who you are or who he is, didn't identify with that name at all either. And they called you by your truest name, or they called you nothing. How could anyone testify against you? How could anyone even vouch for your existence? Especially if you've let go of all of the straw man attachments. If there was a way to apply for sovereignty and it could be given to you, then that means it can be taken from you. So you give it to yourself by, stop taking from yourself, giving into the falsehoods. So let's get into this tantric thing real fast. Again, balance is the only thing. Everybody's experiencing different states of balance, but of course your position has a lot to do, as far as tantric sex is concerned. The position has a lot to do with the type of breathing that you're gonna have to engage in. The less balanced of your position, so the more kinky you are or whatever you think. So basically, if you're just not balanced, if your hips aren't squared, if that's not happening, then you're gonna have to compensate with more breathing, because it's gonna create more fire is gonna build up, because the flow of energy, and air is another form of energy, isn't fluid through the whole system. The whole system isn't breathing like it would if you're not in a balanced position. If you're in an imbalanced position or balancing a difficult level of balance, then you're gonna have to counter that fire that builds up with more air, more breathing to counter it. So it's just basically, just burning a hole through your pocket, or through your crotch rather. And if you don't either switch to position or switch up your breathing to create a balance between fire and air, then you'll have an issue between earth and water, and then you have an issue with everything. So it always comes down to a balance, and everybody's experiencing different states of balance, but if it went, then it must have came. So, of course, even if somebody might be experiencing a different state of balance in front of you, you might be admirable of it, or of their beast, or what they get from that balance, but you got to look at it in a grander scheme. Only way to do that is to catch up on your breathing, allow the breath to catch you, so you can show yourself, and then you can see the balancing acts that people are doing all day. Everyone is doing different states of balance, all different levels of balance. They're in different positions, and everyone is sexuality personified, a different state of balance of that sexuality. And then, of course, the awareness expresses itself through that personification. And that's what you experience, is that state of balance, and that's all you see.